One of our closet doors had also been opening on its own. I heard it creak open while I was in the kitchen, and when I went to go look, it was open. We always keep the closets closed. I never thought I would post here, but I desperately need answers. My friends and I moved into a new apartment about a year ago. Everything was fine at first, nothing weird or paranormal. Until we got a cat. When we first got her, she was great and acted relatively normal. After a couple of weeks, she became very skittish for the longest time and would meow in our dark hallway constantly. Obviously, this could just be normal cat behaviors, but I find it odd that she was chill at first and then started freaking out on us after we had her for a few weeks already. Around the time our cat started acting off was when I started hearing things at night. For the most part, they were just little noises that I couldn't really pinpoint, so I wasn't too worried. That was until I heard what sounded like one of our dining chairs getting scooted across the floor. I did not sleep good that night at all and continued having trouble sleeping afterwards. At this point, we weren't scared, we were curious. So we did the dumbest thing possible and tried communicating with it. We used a flashlight and asked a bunch of questions respectfully, and it didn't seem to be working until we asked, "Do you want us to leave you alone?" and the flashlight immediately turned on. Now this could just be a coincidence, but it was one of the freakiest things I had seen at the time. Unfortunately, we kept contacting it after this, daily almost, and would bring it offerings. We also think we got touched a couple times by the ghost. I can't make this up, I genuinely felt my shirt get pulled from my back. My shoulder had also been touched at some point. Later on, both happened in my bathroom. Eventually, we stopped experiencing the weird things we had been experiencing for weeks and decided to stop contacting the ghost as we thought it was gone. Months went by and everything was normal. We actually debunked the whole idea of having a ghost at all and decided we were just freaked out. That was until we got another cat. We brought another cat home, a black cat of all cats, and it all started happening again. But it was a lot worse. This cat was acting super weird and mean, like growling and hissing at nothing. This was also my sister's cat. He's very familiar with Mia and loves me, so I was confused why he was acting this way. But he could have just been uncomfortable in a new home. We had this cat for a couple months now, and the ghost won't leave us alone. My cat still acts a little weird, especially in my room. He never wants to stay in there and scratches at the door to be let out. We also believe that it's moving things in our apartment. For example, a bowl moved on its own right in front of all of us. One of the cats saw it too and freaked out. I also saw my friend's lunchbox fall completely off the table. It was full and it wasn't even near the edge of the table. One of our closet doors had also been opening on its own. I heard it creak open while I was in the kitchen, and when I went to go look, it was open. We always keep the closets closed so the cats don't get in them. The scariest thing that we've seen move is our KitchenAid mixer. We have this big KitchenAid mixer that we sit on our kitchen bar, and it fell right off and onto the ground. Those things are almost like 20 pounds. They don't just fall over. It also wasn't on the edge of the counter. We always make sure to set it where it doesn't fall off because it's expensive and we don't want it to break. I do feel like it's following me around sometimes when I leave town to visit others. Not too long ago, I went to visit my grandma and stayed over, and I swear I heard knocking on my door multiple times. My grandma said it was not her. It might also help to mention that my family has had a lot of experiences like these, seeing ghosts, feeling ghosts, etc. The only other time I had experienced something supernatural was right after my grandpa died. I was staying the night with my grandma and I felt my feet get pulled while lying in bed. I never sleep with my feet outside the covers out of fear of this happening, but I slipped up one night and it happened. I do believe that it was my grandpa's spirit, as he would also do that to me when he was alive. Scariest bleep ever. Anyways, if you read this and have any advice, please help some girls out. We are this close to saying bleep it and calling a professional, as we are getting to the point of being terrified of staying at our own place. Thank you.